Hi, financial algebra students. This is Mrs. Brown. I'm going to go over how to fill in the loan amortization schedule for your project, the home ownership project, which is right here. You were asked to look up 4 different 4-bedroom homes to rent and then find the average, and then 4 different 4-bedroom homes to purchase and find the average. And then you had to do 2 different loan amortization tables, one at 5% and one at 15% down payment. So the first one I'm going to show you is the 5% down payment. When you click on the sheet, you'll have to first make a copy for yourself. So start by making a copy. And then you're going to put in numbers that will probably be, or at least this number will be different than mine because it depends on the average cost of your 4-bedroom home to purchase. So I'm going to say I found the average cost was $650,000. Did I get the right number of zeros? Yes. So the purchase price is $650,000. The down payment, remember in the worksheet, it says the down payment is 5% of the cost. So I'm going to go to my calculator, which you can't see, but you're going to pick up a calculator. I'm going to put in my purchase price. Mine was 650, times 5%, which would be 0.05. So I can move the decimal 2 to the left to get the decimal version. And 15% of $650,000 home is a $32,500 down payment. Your down payment will be different. Your purchase price will be different. The loan amount will be different. The loan amount is the difference between these, because if the house costs this much and I'm putting this much down, then I just have to subtract those two. So I take on my calculator, which is what I'm doing, and you can't see it, but you just subtract the two. 32. And my loan amount is a pretty whopping $617,500. That's pretty typical, probably. Actually, it'd be pretty impressive to have $32,500 down payment, which is why you need to start saving now. Even if it's $20 a month and later it's $50 a month and then it's $100 a month when you can, but you should start saving so that you have a nice down payment. The interest rate is the next one, written as a decimal. We go back to the assignment, and it said the interest rate was 3.75%, and they want us to write it as a decimal. So we're going to take this decimal, move it 2 to the left, giving us a 0.0375. Where am I? 0.0375 is the rate as a decimal. The length of the loan in years is back again on the assignment. It's a 30-year loan, it says. So I'll put in 30 years. And the monthly payment is the hard part. If you go to Google Classroom, I also included this document. And this one says how to fill out the loan amortization schedule. And everything we just did was this part. We just filled that in. This tells you what to do. And their cost of their home was $300,000, and so the numbers are different. But we're now at cell 3-6, and we're going to put all this stuff in here. Anyway, it starts with equals, then parentheses, so that I don't have to go back and forth on my tabs. I took a picture of it with my phone, and I'm going to put that in and cross my fingers because it's pretty easy to make an error. Bear with me while I do that. Start with equals. When I type it in, you can see it here, but you can also see it up here. If I made a mistake and I had to go back to that cell to fix it, then I would click on the cell, but I would be working up here in this window. But here I go. It is start parentheses, and I have C3 asterisk. The asterisk means multiplication. That's telling the computer to multiply. Start a new parentheses. C4 slash, the slash means division. So I'm dividing by 12. This, by the way, is that formula that we've done over and over and over and over. It's just putting it into the to the computer is a little more tricky maybe than the calculator, although they're both pretty hard. Now I've lost my place. See, I put equals plus Nope. Here I go. It's 1 plus. 1 plus, there we go, C4 divided by 12. Now I feel like there's a good chance I've messed something up, so I'm going to check. I think it's right. We're going to cross our fingers and hope. And then we end that parenthesis, and then we caret up to show the exponent. And the exponent surrounded by parentheses is C5 times, which is asterisk, 12 for 12 months in a year. Double end because we're ending the C5 times 12, and we're also ending the numerator. And then slash means division, and double start the denominator. Slash is division and or fraction, however you want to look at it. 1 plus C4 for divided by 12. And that, and then we caret to show exponent, surround the exponent by a parentheses, C5 times 12, times being the asterisk, and then end that parenthesis minus 1. I'm about to cross my, oops, why did I do that? Cross my fingers, end the whole denominator. When we hit enter on our keyboard, we hope it works. If you get a number that looks, reasonable, and believe it or not, that is reasonable for a monthly payment. It's actually, pretty reasonable. $2,859.74 is good. If I made a mistake or if it came out error, I'd click back on the cell, and then I'd look up here to make my correction. I could put the cursor wherever I want to try and fix things. But it is easy to make a mistake. But thank heaven I got it right. So then, enter. It doesn't want to exit out of that cell. I'm not sure why. Let me put it at the end and hit enter. Okay. Oh, now there's an error. Classic. I had it and then I lost it because I did something funky. Oh boy. That'll teach me. Okay, let's find the error. I think it's right around here. I have D3 in the denominator. It's not D3. It's 1. What did I do? It's 1 plus. I think that will fix it. Yes. Okay. So then we go back to that instruction page that's on Google Classroom, and we got this craziness in there, that crazy monthly payment formula. And then we're going to work on this one for row 9. Row goes across this way. It says A9. A will be up at the top. So A9, again, I took a picture of this so I don't have to go back and forth, but in cell A9, we're going to put the number 1. In cell B9, we're going to put equals C3. In cell C9, blah, 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 and so on. We're going to put all this stuff in those cells. So I took a picture so I didn't have to go back and forth and back and forth. But here's row 9. All the way across here is row 9. Because I looked to the far left, I see the 9. And A9, if I look straight up, there's the A. That's the 9. This is cell A9. And when I pull up the picture of that, it says just to put the number 1. It's pretty rare that we're just putting in numbers. We usually are putting in equations like this next one. The worksheet tells me to put in equals C3. So it puts in that number for us. We don't need to retype this number. We just need to put equals C3. If we don't put it in as a formula, the next several steps are going to not work out well at all. Then it says in my worksheet, the instructions says equals B9 asterisk, then a parentheses, then a C4 divided by 12. And that ends that fraction. And the number's looking good. Then I'm on D9. The worksheet tells me D9. So I'm looking up here to D. I'm looking over here to 9. This is the cell where D9 goes. It says equals C6 minus C9. And yeah, you and I could both do that subtraction, but it's important to put the formulas in. Equals B9 minus D9 and enter. And the computer's doing all the math for us. We just told it what math to do with those formulas. Then back to my instructions. We just now did all of these. And this just tells us what we're doing. You can read it in the cell or read through it as you do it. Now we're going to do these. It's row 10. So we'll go A, B, C, D, E from row 10 and put this information in. So I'm going to click back to it. And the first one says in A10, which is this cell A10, I'm going to put equals A9, equals A9 plus, no, plus 1. And before I continue with the rest of the row 10, which I'm going to do in a minute, let's fix this whole entire row. We have this formula equals A9 plus 1, and we're going to, I want to give us a little space. We're going to grab a hold, and I get this little, sometimes it's a T. This time it looks more like a T with a circle. In the bottom right corner of the cell, grab a hold of that, click and hold it, don't let go, and drag really far down. Actually, now that I'm doing this, I think we could have done it all at once, but that's all right. I'm already doing it. Dragging all the way down. Somewhere in the 300s, I could get my calculator and calculate, because this is a 30-year loan, 30 years times 12 months and figure out about how far I need to go. But I remember that it's like 360, 70 something. So I'm continuing. It's a little bit slow and it's okay. I sped it up. Oh, that's plenty far. We'll just go there. It's going to be fewer payments than 392, but we will work with that in a minute. We're back to our rows. Again, I'm on the worksheet. I'm putting this information in. So cell B10 is right here, and it says equals E9. And they'll put that information. And the next one is equals B10. This one's a little complicated. Asterisk, parentheses, and then a dollar symbol. C, another dollar symbol, 4 divided by 12, or 4/12, and the, oops, nope, and the parentheses. And we got that one right. If a number comes up, if it doesn't read error, you can be fairly confident you have it right. The next one, D10, is equals, and again, it's a dollar symbol. C, another dollar symbol, 6 minus C10. Okay. And the next one, the last one, is equals B10. I'm just reading from my phone where I took a picture from that worksheet. B10 minus D10. And we hope we have all the formulas in. That definitely wasn't right. Let's see. I have an equals in there. So I made an error. I look up here in the top left zone and I messed something up. Oops, I deleted the wrong thing. It should be B10 minus D10. That is going to work. Okay. Now we're going to let the computer do all the work for us. We're going to grab these 4 cells from B10 all the way to E10. Click down, and hold it, and then let go when you get to E10. Just like we did in that cell A10, we're going to grab a hold of the bottom right corner and hold and don't let go. We have a long way to drag until we get to 30 years times 12 months. And on my calculator, I'm doing it while that's happening. It's 360. So I need the number on the left to be 360 because that's how many payments I'm going to have. 30 years times 12 months is 360 payments. Why can't I make it go faster? There we go. 360. Should be a 0 if I did this right in the bottom right corner. $0 is what I owe after all of my payments. Crossing my fingers. It's a little slow, or I messed up. Oh, that is bad news. Let's see what I did wrong. All right. Ooh, it went well up to here. I'm going to delete all of it. I have no idea why. I think there might be some formulas in those cells from the last time I did this, and I didn't delete those formulas possibly when things started to go bad. I'm sure you guys know a way to make this go faster, but you know, I'm not that technical. Okay, let's hope it's going to work this time. Sorry, Sneezing. I'm all good though. Okay. Oh, I'm a little nervous that this may not work. In which case, I'm not sure why. Come on, 360. Oop, too far. I looked away for a second. 380, 360. Please. Oh, I have a bad feeling. Yeah. I feel like there's an error right in here somewhere. Like somehow, yeah, see, there's a formula in that cell and there shouldn't be. Oh no, there should be, because they all have formulas. So then what I would do is check all of my formulas and see if I had an error in one of these. And I feel like this one, actually, I should have known this one can't be correct because it's negative $932. My ending balance is not going to be negative anything after the second month's payment. So here I go, deleting again, all of that. I'm kind of glad there was an error because it's so easy to do. Having errors means you're going to troubleshoot it. Like, how do I fix it? You don't always want to start over. It's, try to search to find the error. So again, why can't I make it go super fast? Like, I know you guys know how. Almost there. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so I need to delete that again. And then I need to go to that cell that I'm certain is the problem because I can't be at negative. So going back to my sheet, cell E10 should be equals B10 minus D10 equals B1. There we go. It was just one little tap. Much smarter. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm feeling good about this. Grab a hold, drag it down, do whatever you guys know how to do to make it go faster, but I think this is going to be good. Again, if I do it all correctly, when I get to that 360th payment, which I keep passing, I should have zero balance due. After all payments, right here should say zero. Please, please. Yay. Good stuff. So that's it. We did our 5% down payment amortization table. Now these two, I have to admit the worksheet doesn't specifically tell you what to do there, but I will tell you now. And if in the end you don't get it, I'm going to be okay with that. But let's think about what it means. How much did I totally pay? Well, first of all, I paid a down payment. So I'm going to go to my calculator and start with my down payment. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll come back to that. I'm making $2,895 and 74-cent payments. So I'm going to put this in my calculator, 2,859 and 74 cents. And how many times am I making that payment? I'm making it every month, so times 12. And I'm making it for 30 years, so times 30. So I put $2,859.74 times 12 times 30. And I got total, it's hard to read, get my commas, $1,029,506. But that's not the total amount I paid, that $1,029,000. That's just my payments to the bank. I also paid this down payment. So with that million, it's already in my calculator. I'm just going to hit plus the 32,500 I put down. That gives me the total amount I paid, my down payment plus all of my monthly payments. And it is not pretty. And here's the big reveal, 40 cents. Don't forget the pennies. So I'm paying for the house in total with my down payment plus the 30 times 12 payments of $2,859. I'm going to pay $1,062,006.40. If that's how much I completely pay for the home when it's all said and done, we can now calculate the interest. Well, the interest was the amount I borrowed from the bank. I'm saying this in reverse. The amount I paid the bank, this times 12 times 30, minus the amount I borrowed from the bank. And this times 12 times 30, I already calculated. So I'll put that in my calculator. It was $1,029,506. Oops. Yeah. And 40 cents. And I'm going to subtract the amount I borrowed from the bank, which is $617,500. And so the interest I paid, wait, I've missed a placeholder, I think. Let me try again. 1029. The reason I knew I missed something is my answer doesn't make sense. So always check that, especially word problems. If the answers aren't making sense, I missed $9,000. That's a big miss. Then you have a silly error somewhere. Okay, that makes sense. So my total interest to the bank was not small. It was $412,000 and 412. Say it right. Here I go. Let me not type and say it. It's $412,006.40 is how much money the bank made by giving me money to borrow, which actually does make sense, believe it or not. But if you want to make that a smaller number, then you've got to put a bigger down payment down, which is why I keep saying save money now. Do your best to save, even if it's $5 a month, anything you can. Just don't ever touch it, and then keep increasing how much you pay. And that is how you do the loan amortization schedule for 5%. And then guess what? You're going to do it again for the 15% down payment. Most of the numbers are the same. The rate's the same. The length of the loan's the same. It's the only thing different is this, and all those formulas will be the same. All righty. I hope that works. Get that done on time. Turn it in through Google Classroom. Thanks. Have a good day.